What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're at the back of the boat on Fishing with Mr. J. That's the stern. The front is the bow. The back is the stern. Man, I just looked it up and I can't remember. I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Transom mount on the stern. Today I got the quick connect motor mount for the Newport NK 300. That's what we're going to put on. I'm nervous about doing all this because I don't really know much about it other than what I've been, watching on the Nucanoe videos and like reading about with the information. But we are just going to go for it and see if we can't get this bad boy going today. Today I hope to get this quick connect going, and I hope to get also the foot steering going in this same video. Nucanoe quick connect. This is what we got. Transom bracket on kayak transom. Not too many instructions. It's pretty simple. There's just a few parts. We got just this little bag of parts. We got this plate. We got the plug. We got the bolt. We got a cap. We got a couple track mounts to hold this bad boy on. And we got a couple washers. This should be fairly simple. I'm not sure the best kind of camera angles to see this, but we're going to do our best to make a video of me putting this stuff together just to prove that you don't got to be a guru or know everything about kayaks or know anything about fishing to build the ultimate fishing kayak. And one thing I am happy with all these parts I got, they seem like they're high quality, durable parts that will last. So let's get to this quick bracket, this quick connect bracket on the transom, and see if we can get this bad boy installed before I start cussing up a storm. First thing here it says we got to do is we got this little plug that goes in the hole. It says it might be a little tight, which it is. I hope I got a mallet. Nope, you can just... I wouldn't recommend pounding with your hand. I would get a rubber mallet, but sometimes I do dumb things. But we got her in there. Now that we got our plug in there, you're gonna want to slide your track nuts or screws in there, track bolts. There you go, you got it in there. We got our little track screws we put over it. We don't want to tighten them all the way down yet. We just want to get them on there so they don't go off so we can still move it. That's what I mean. It's not as easy as you think. We're going to do it like this. We're going to put this in there first so we can get it in the hole. Then we'll come up over top into our tracks and get those on there just enough to be able to hold it. Now that we got our bolt through there, we can take our plate flat side down, put that on, put the washer, put the nut, put the screw. You want to make sure it's really tight, so I'm going to put a little socket on this side. Then I can hold this side and tighten it on. You want to tighten this bolt before you tighten the top screws. It's going to have a nice motor on it, so you want it to be tight. Then when you get it on there tight, now go and tighten down your other nuts on the top. Make sure everything is nice and secure so nothing's going to come off when we're on the water. That would be tragic. Now that is only the first part of this because that is just the start. That's the base. That's what holds everything on there. I got these about as tight as I can get them, man. I don't know. Feels like it's on there good. And then this is going to work its way onto here But we're going to get the directions, and then this will be the next step, getting this onto our motor. We got here our NK300 Newport motor. She's a beaut. Before we get any farther, we have to get some of this the casings off this motor so we can put the Nucanoe quick connect on. First thing you got to do is get this little wire protector off. It just kind of wraps around. It's like a coil. There you go. That's off. Easy as that. You got to slide this little black compartment off, and we got to take this cover off. It's as easy as I'm seeing. All you need to do is pop this little thing off. I don't know if you see me pop it, but you just got to get it over that little clip and then push it through. Now you want to remember, we know red is the positive and black is the negative. So we got that off. Set that there. Take this little thing off. Got that off. Now this should unscrew. Not really sure. You gotta get one of these out first, I think. Yep. Pull the one of these out before you pull this other. Out. Get it out. We got that out. There we go. There's this little nut thing too that needs to come off. There. Same thing. You got to take one of the black, one of the red out, then you can take this one out. Now you just got to loosen this up so we can take this first little bracket off. Can move. We should be able to get it right off. Boom. Now we don't need that. That's the steering compartment for the Newport motor. We're doing the Nucanoe new quick connect. So we don't need this Newport stuff. Same thing with this piece here. We don't need this. Slide it right off. This Newport stuff, bye-bye. Now we want to unscrew these so we can get these two off so we make sure our quick connect can go on. We're going to leave the rudder on because that'll be helpful, and our thing should slide down to hold this on so we don't need this, hopefully. 1. 2. Got them right off. We're not going to need them. Now, after all that, which wasn't too hard, we got her down to just the basic wire, motor, rudder. Some of like the 180 doesn't have this, but it's not as powerful, and our new quick connect should hold this on. Quick connect motor mount. That's what we're working with. I'm going to be honest, I'm not really sure about any of this, but the first thing we're supposed to do is remove the pin and remove the little quick connect piece. That's going to go to the boat, I believe. You can see there's a hole through the front of it. That's where we want to run our wires. First, once you loosen it a little bit, you should be able to get it right through there. Everything all tangled up. Don't get it tangled up into your cord. Pull it right through. Get her right in there. Oh, that whole time. Damn it. I don't know what I got on video. You take all the old components off the motor, and then we had to put it through, tighten back up, put this on, put our plugs back on, and now we just have to tighten this down. Not sure the best way to tighten this, but we're just going to do it this way because it keeps tipping over, and you want to keep it, you know, you want it to all be straight lined up, as you can see. So when it goes on your boat, it's straight. I'm going to run it almost to the top, so when it's on my thing, the motor will be low enough. You want to make sure that you get it low enough on there so it's going to be like in the water. There we go. We got our 4 bolts tight. Now we just got these few screws to tighten up, and we should be good with this part of it. All right, now we got to get our quick connect system on to our deal. To do that, we got to take this little washer off back here. Take this out here, and then it's going to slide right over the mount here. Then you're going to want to put your bolt through the top. You just got to really get up and push on it. Just get it on there good. Tighten it up nice. We still got to be able to move it so it can move. Perfect. Now we should be good to put the motor onto the quick connect system. It has this extra pin and these extra nuts. It says for the NK300, which you should switch out. So I got to see what that's all about with the nut and the bolt. I think that's just because it's more powerful. So for now, we're just going to put the slide pin in, and we will look into the nuts and bolts before we get it onto the water. We should be able to hook that on there. And we got our pin there. Looks like it's on. Now you can see our motor's on. It's good to go. We come up, pull the pin, pull off the motor. Bam. Just like that, the motor quick connect system is on. All right, we got the cameras moved, and I think that was probably the hardest part. And it really wasn't that hard. It's just getting all those pieces and taking them on and off and putting them on, and then I messed it up and on and off. And I messed up part of that video, but hey, that's all right. I forget to switch the camera sometimes. This thing's hard to do all this shit with just my stupid ass brain. But we're going to figure it out. We're going to get this bad boy going, and now we are on to the foot steering. This is the magic crown jewel, and it's very durable, and I'm excited to get this on. Let's do it. All right, we got our end of our cable, and we got to get it screwed into our piece here. Now, the best way I've seen to do this, it's kind of tricky. Once you get it started, it kind of goes easier. It's that first getting it on there. And you want to go as far as you can. This thing is made just for this U10. It's all the way on. Now we got this little nut on here, where that will just get tightened up onto it. Just a little turn. You don't want to overdo it and strip it. You just want to get it snug. Nice and snug. There we go. Bam. Now before we can put it on the track, we got to put it into here. Take the pin out, open the little cage, and then this part, there's a little groove for it. You can see it's kind of wiggly. Goes right in there. Close it back. Make sure it's closed. Put your pin in. Your pin will only go in if it's closed all the way. Now we got it locked in place. Now we got that locked in place and secure, we can go ahead and get it into the track mount. And of course, like everything, we got these little track pins and screws. That's what's going to hold it on. It has this little blue ultra tight stuff, but I'm not going to do that until I know exactly where I want to put it after a couple runs, because this makes it like hard to unscrew. So we're going to wait on that, but we are going to tighten it down with these for now. Just plop your little track pins in. Get them into the holes. As you can see, it can move freely on there. And we're just going to kind of give it an idea, I guess, on where we want it. I'm just saying there looks nice. And we're just going to lightly screw it down. We're just going to lightly screw it down so we can still move it. Now that we got that on up here, it's time to go to the back of the boat and see what we got going on back there. Now there's a little clamp function on here that goes back and up. That's part of the quick connect. Let's get a little closer look. Now you just pull this back. See that? Pull it up. Bam. Now what we're going to do is take the end of this and thread it into there as far as we can go. As far as you can go. Now we're going to tighten this nut up a little bit. We don't want to overdo it, we just want to tighten it. I could have got bigger pliers, I guess. But hey. Then it's the same situation here. We got this little pin. Open the door. There's a special groove right for it. Make sure you close it down. Pin on. Secure in place. Make sure we're secure on the ball. Should be good to go. Hell yeah. Now that we got it secure to the back and secure to the front, I'm not really sure what I want to do with this excess wire. I know people drill holes. I don't really want to get into doing that. So I'm just going to find a way to tuck it in here and see what happens. Hopefully this box shouldn't be in the way. That's all the way. All right. So I got it pushed all the way forward, and I got room for the box, so now I'm just going to tighten it down. We're all the way forward. I can push it all the way backwards. I think we got it hooked up pretty good. Let's try to get a little picture-in-picture to see what we got. I'm pushing it forward. Goes in one direction. Push it backwards, it goes in another. Forward. Backwards. Forward. Backwards. I can't believe that we got the motor and the foot cable hooked up. I am going to think about something to do with this wire. I didn't think that would take as long as it did. I thought it would take longer. I didn't know it would be so quick. I didn't know, but this is fun. I'm really enjoying putting this kayak together and learning about it. It seems to be a very, very stable machine as long as I put the stuff on right. And man, it's gonna be fun. It seems like good, sturdy, durable products. Nucanoe, made in the USA. We're gonna call that a day today. We'll be back next time, and we're gonna throw the seat on. We're gonna put the throttle and the side tray and the throttle mount on. We're gonna maybe throw the black pack together and get the battery in. We're gonna tighten down the gear pod, and we are gonna get one step closer to the final fishing vessel. So this year we can dominate the water. I can't wait. I'm excited. It's not even 2026 yet, but all I can think about is all the places I'm gonna be able to get out in this beautiful U10 Nucanoe kayak. Until next time, thanks for watching. Keep on chilling and keep on fishing, mother. Have a good night.